Imagine this. A crowded five-star restaurant, filled with the sound of clinking glasses, soft laughter, and quiet classical music playing in the background. Everything seems ordinary, until a voice rises above the hum of conversation. A billionaire, famous for his pride and sharp tongue, points toward a waitress balancing a tray of champagne and says with a smirk, "I hear you claim you can play the piano. Prove it." Instantly, the whole room turns to stare at her. If you're watching this right now, stay with me until the end, you won't believe what happens. And before we dive deeper, if you love powerful stories that touch the heart, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. It helps us keep bringing you inspiring stories just like this one. The waitress, Emily, freezes in place. Her hands tremble as every eye locks on her. She never claimed she could play. In fact, only one person knew the truth, her late mother. Before passing away, her mother had taught her how to play piano in the quiet of their small living room. But after her mother's death, Emily stopped. Music became a painful reminder, one she wasn't sure she could face again. And now here she was, being challenged in front of strangers, mocked by a man who had everything she didn't. Her face turns red, her heart pounding. "Sir," she says softly, "I'm not here to perform. I'm just doing my job." But the billionaire, Marcus Hale, a man known for his ruthless business empire, leans back in his chair with a cold smile. "Then prove me wrong. Play a single piece. Or maybe you're just afraid." His words cut deeper than he realizes, because fear was exactly what Emily had been living with, fear of trying, fear of breaking down, fear of remembering her mother through the keys of a piano. The crowd whispers. Some people look at her with pity, others with curiosity. Emily feels trapped. Her manager's eyes warn her not to make a scene, but deep down, something stirs. Her mother's voice. "Emily, when you play, you don't just press keys. You tell a story. Don't ever let fear steal your story." Shaking, she sets the tray down and walks to the grand piano in the corner of the restaurant. The room goes silent. Marcus raises an eyebrow, clearly expecting her to stumble, to fail. She sits, her fingers hovering above the keys. For a moment, she almost runs away. But then she closes her eyes, takes a deep breath, and remembers the nights when her mother sat beside her, guiding her gently, note by note. The first sound that emerges is soft, almost broken. But as her hands find their rhythm, the music begins to bloom. It's not just notes, it's emotion. Pain, loss, love, hope. The song carries her heart out into the room, and suddenly the restaurant is no longer filled with whispers but with silence, the kind of silence that happens when no one dares to breathe for fear of breaking the magic. Marcus, the man who had challenged her, slowly leans forward. His smirk fades. There is something raw in the way she plays, something money can't buy and power can't control. By the time she finishes, tears have welled up in the eyes of more than half the audience. When the final note lingers and fades, the room erupts in applause. Strangers stand, clapping, some even wiping their eyes. Emily looks up, her cheeks flushed, her chest rising and falling with heavy breaths. She feels exposed, but also lighter than she has in years. And Marcus, for the first time in a long time, he is speechless. He clears his throat, trying to mask the emotion that's building in him. Then, standing, he says, "That was extraordinary." Afterward, Marcus approaches Emily privately. "You made me remember something I thought I'd forgotten," he admits. "My mother used to play. I lost her when I was young too." For a moment, the mask of the arrogant billionaire slips, and he seems human, vulnerable, even. He offers her something unexpected, an opportunity to play at a charity gala he is hosting, promising that her gift deserves to be heard by the world. Emily hesitates. Part of her wonders if this is just another one of his games. But she sees sincerity in his eyes. And she realizes this isn't about him, it's about her, about honoring the memory of her mother, and about not hiding from her own gift any longer. She accepts. That night becomes the first of many. Emily balances her job at the restaurant with practice, slowly rebuilding the courage to perform again. And when the night of the gala arrives, she takes the stage in front of hundreds of people, her heart racing, but her soul steady. As she plays, she doesn't see the crowd, the lights, or even Marcus watching from the front row. She sees her mother, smiling proudly, whispering, "This is your story." When the final note rings out, the crowd once again leaps to its feet. Emily has not only proved herself but has also healed a wound that had been left open for too long. And Marcus, though a billionaire with everything, learns that true wealth is not in power or money, but in moments like this, when human connection and shared pain turn into beauty. By the end of the night, Emily walks away not as a waitress who was mocked into performing, but as a musician who found her voice again. The billionaire who once saw her as entertainment now sees her as an inspiration. And here's the message that lingers: sometimes life challenges us when we least expect it. Sometimes it feels cruel, even humiliating. But if you face that challenge with courage, you might discover strength you didn't know you had, and inspire others along the way.